guys, what's up? Arch Crusade here. So for the first guide of 2016, I wanted to do a tips and tricks video for how to suck less at cash. So the first cash guide I made was about 1 or 2 months after the release of cash, so not that many people knew that it was OP. So not a lot of people did it, and therefore there wasn't really a worry of dealing with other crazes too much. It was pretty much just walk around in a circle tagging as anything in sight. But obviously, especially with the 1.5 tons cash bonus that was this weekend, then um, I'm sure all of you know that cash can be really, really AIDS sometimes. So this will hopefully help that a little bit and provide you with some basic guidelines to make sure your caches are always um, at most like 6 minutes. So the first two tips I'm actually gonna go over is actually not about the cache itself, but about the boost. So if you are using the boost, then I would recommend that before you go in, then you get a full inventory of memories, full inventory and must, but full of memories, um, to maximize the 20 minutes of dunking capabilities, as well as just another fact that you get one more enriched. And then the second tip is to bring a prayer renewal of some sort. So I have 22k overloads lying in the bank, so that works fine. I started bringing those. In the clips you saw super prayer renewal, but those are unnecessary. A prayer renewal is enough to keep Chronicle Absorb active the whole time, which is really useful instead of having to chase after your crons. And yeah. Okay, so now for actually the cache portion, I'm really mainly just going to be talking about your time as a Krez, because there isn't really much strategy to turning in memories. I mean, use Surge and whatever, but I mean, there's not really that much strategy to it, and it's not really affected by other people, so you can't really suck at it. But when the first thing that you want to do when entering a cache is to look for a path and look for the best way that you'll be entering it. And by a path, I just mean usually it's just going to be like one enraged, three normals, and a confused. So like for example, you'd go like you start northwest and then make your way south to the southwest corner and then run back northwest, and by the time you run back to the northwest corner, then the original enrage that you tagged will have respawned already. So I kind of like thinking about my time as a Krez as driving in a car. So, if you're not a fan of analogies, I apologize, but that's the easiest way for me to think about it, and hopefully you guys too. So basically, you want to be able to merge into your path as a Krez smoothly. So a couple of times here, I could have transformed. Well, first of all, I could have transformed right as I got in, but then that wouldn't have been smart. You really want to observe a path that you can merge into smoothly, so that by the time that you turn into a Krez, by the time you reach the automaton, then it will just have popped up, so you can knock it down right away, and then you're not stuck wasting your Krez boost, because your Krez boost is very precious. And yeah, so as you saw here, right as the enraged spawn, I was there ready to meet it and then do my path. But as you can see, the path that I wanted to take, that I observed, was going from the southeast corner to the northeast corner. However, as I saw that there was someone north going west to east, so I knew that that path was blocked off. So instead, I went west instead, and then that was a clear path, so that was good. And then since no one was um, occupying the the path from southwest to northwest, I took that instead. Normally I would have just turned back to my original southeast corner, but since no one was protecting it, might as well. But then, as you saw, once I hit the northwest corner, um, then I could have gone east, but then I saw there were people blocking me there, so I just went straight back to the southwest corner and repeated my path. So this ended up being an 18 automaton rotation. Obviously, this cache wasn't particularly busy, so show more. I'll try to show more realistic examples, but this is just showing you why this method is good and why understanding paths is good. So here's something interesting that you can look out for. Sometimes when the enraged is subdued via the subdue all, then it will pop back up faster than usual. Well, it'll pop back up twice, and this is really useful to keep alive, but you will have to be there in both spawn times or else it'll fix itself. But basically, yeah, it was subdued It was subdued via subdue all. I tagged it, and then went around tagging stuff, and then it respawned again at its normal time. And you can maintain this, so you can always have a double enraged, which is really nice. And yeah, I know I was a little bit of a dickhead in this rotation, but to be fair, that was the path that I saw. It was a little scattered, but sometimes paths aren't as pretty as you like them to be. And one more tip: if you are going to be using your subdue all, sometimes I don't even use it to not be a dickhead, but do it at the end of your Krez boost because recently I've seen a lot of people who use it as soon as they activate their Krez, and then they're just standing around for 10-15 seconds doing nothing. And yeah, you don't want to be that guy. So I kind of feel like this rotation is kind of more a feel of what a typical Krez rotation is like. So as you can see, I found my path going from southwest to southeast, and then that worked out pretty fine. But as you can see, as I was returning to my southwest corner, I was a little late, so then someone did cut me off for that confused. And then I ended up tying with that person for the rest of the path. Tying, you don't want to be afraid of tying because unless they have pit on you and then like they out tag you, but that can't really be helped. But yeah, don't be afraid of tying with people. And as you can see, another helpful tip is to place yourself in between Krez. Take advantage of good positioning. So as you can see, I was able to get both of those instead of potentially just one or not either one of them. So another helpful tip is to try not and overextend your path. Don't be too greedy. As you can see, the path here was pretty simple, northwest to southwest. But instead I tried to go for that automaton a little bit out of my way, and I was punished for it because all three were tagged by other people. And then just some more basic tips is do your best to kind of wait out more active times. If you see that there are already 7 Krezes active, then you probably want to wait on that. But the thing with that though is that first of all, everyone can see it, so everyone will be thinking the same thing. And then also it does lag behind a little bit, so then I'm sure you guys have had a time where like there was only like one Krez active, so like you got all excited, transformed into Krez, and then 1 second later there were 8 of them. So that's not really reliable. But yeah, other than that, you want to try and avoid busy worlds, such as World 2, World 140 with EE people, because EE people are the fucking worst. Um, and reset caches in general, so the one at 000 game time, because no one seems to know what they're doing at that time. And then, other than that, just try and avoid the busier paths. As you can see, during that rotation, there were 4 to 5 Krezes at pretty much the entire time, but I was in the less busy path, so that worked out for me. I got 13 that rotation, which isn't particularly good, but it's not terrible. So I just like to stress at the end of this video that this isn't like an expert guide on how to get consistent sub 4 caches or whatever, because oftentimes those people that brag about getting sub 4 caches are complete fucking assholes about it. Again, just back to the analogy of driving, then like there are rules and order to the road, simple guidelines that you can do so that you're not fucking over everyone. I mean, sure, you can be that one asshole that cuts off 10 people in order to get to their destination faster, but then you're gonna piss off 10 people, and then those 10 people are gonna say fuck it, fuck these rules, and then start cutting off more people, and then it just becomes AIDS for everyone, and cash is already really AIDS. So, if we all work together, sing kumbaya, then everyone can do 6-minute caches. And another thing, for those people that are still struggling to get 100 points per cache, then again, you just want to think of driving again. Stick to your path, and just grind it out. Cache is not whack-a-mole where you just go after anything and everything that you see. And yeah, pretty much the main takeaway of this is don't be an asshole, because that's all I really care about is venting, getting this all off my chest. And yeah, so anyways, it'd be really cool if you shared this video with your friends because you know, so that caches less aids in the future. Not that I get very many views anyways, but whatever. I try to be. So I personally follow these guidelines. I do like 5-6 minute caches, and that's just fine. Sometimes, most of the time, I won't even use my subdue all just because I feel like an asshole um, when I do it, because you guys know that feeling where like you've activated your double points, you're going after that enraged, and then right as you get to it, someone subdues all, and then you just feel horrible about yourself, and you want to kill something. So I try not, since no, I know how it feels, so I don't do it myself most of the time. I will if I'm at like 99 points or whatever, and my credit is about to run up. But anyways, like, I'm getting a little bit off topic or off track. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Like this video if you liked it. Comment with any comments. Subscribe for more content. And as always, stay efficient, my friends.